Hello, ghouls and ghosties.
We're very fun in the prints of the shirts today.
Yeah.
Very opposite.
Mine's spooky, of course.
I have a Hawaiian.
So welcome to Haunt Hunt number 4. I hope that you guys enjoyed the Halloween that went up last Friday. It's actually the 23rd of July right now, so in the current thing you're watching, I haven't even filmed the Halloween yet, but hopefully you guys liked it. I'm just starting my filming already for Haunt Hunt number 4 because we have some fun, exciting new places to go today. Well, actually not new. We do have new things to see though. We are going to go back to Pottery Barn today because like I said in Haunt Hunt number 3, when I went, they were actually going to be getting in their Halloween that next like Wednesday, which I think for me now is like last Wednesday. So we've given them a few days to for sure get it all out and stuff. I'm really excited to see the Pottery Barn stuff.
I'm excited.
Because they have a whole new set of stuff this year. I feel like usually year to year they like repeat. Like you see the pumpkin pillow, you see the ghost pillow.
The glasses, like the wine glasses, like holding the holding those up.
But this year it seems like they have all kinds of new stuff. So that's going to be really exciting. And then we're actually here because I have a Crate and Barrel package to pick up. It may be something kind of spooky.
I'm excited.
But I have a feeling that Crate and Barrel might still not have their Halloween out. But of course, we'll check anyways. And then we also, since we're in this area, we are by that HomeGoods, that Marshalls, and possibly that TJ Maxx that we were by last time we came to Pottery Barn.
Yes.
So we at least got to hit up a couple of those because we're not in this area super often. No. So we're just going to have like a fun, chill, ooky, spooky, and kooky
It's going to be
Sunday.
A nice, very like bumbling around kind of a Sunday.
Yes.
It's going to be wonderful.
I'm pretty excited and I hope you guys are too. So let's kick off Haunt Hunt number 4. Our first stop was to pick up my order from Crate & Barrel. They did not have any Halloween out, so I didn't take any clips inside. We then went to Pottery Barn, and they had told me they were supposed to have Halloween out, and they did have a couple pieces, including the champagne and wine and whiskey glasses from last year, a spider metal bowl. The rest was kind of just fall, to be honest. They did have their metal jack-o'-lanterns out that we see every year, but again, the rest was kind of some pumpkin candles that were really cute. But I was mainly looking for the Halloween, so I will say I was kind of disappointed. I did ask an employee later if they were going to get more Halloween in, and she said to actually try the next Wednesday. So I don't know if I actually will, but I will definitely be back sometime pretty soon. We have arrived. Okay, you cannot tell me that this mushroom doesn't look like freaking Squidward. Look at the nose on this guy. I haven't seen these at any HomeGoods yet. I think they're pretty funny. Definitely not my style, but I appreciate them. They also had these weird skeleton hands. They look like gloves, but they weren't. And then this pillow of a witch silhouette was really cool and reversible. I think a lot of people really want this blanket on the Facebook groups. I really wanted it last year and I actually did find it, so I'm gonna pass on them this year just because I already have one, but I do love that print. I had a couple blankets that may have been a new print here. It is honestly the hardest to keep up with, the blankets and pillows, because they all are pretty similar but different at the same time. I really like this dog, Skelly, too. It's like the dogs having their own version of Skelly. And Ryan really liked this spider candle holder, even though we did actually pass on it in the end. Then in the section of drinkware and dishware, they had a couple pieces we haven't seen yet this year, like these skull plates and the haunted house plates, which I do have a set of, or else I would have picked those up. They had some champagne glasses, some wine glasses, and some skeleton bowls, along with vampire sangria. Literally just put anything spooky on the label and I'm sold. Like, there's nothing special about that sangria mix, but because it's called vampires, I kind of wanted it. I don't think we had seen this tiered bake stand with the skeleton with the crown on it on top. The crown skeletons aren't really my vibe. They had some of the rugs that I think we'd seen last year. They had an orange version of the ghost one and a black spider web one that I actually would have got, except dog hair would cling into that. Unsurprisingly, we did decide to stop at the local HomeGoods.
We just started driving.
I mean, we were headed home anyways, and it's right by the house, so why not? Looks like Ryan finally found a wine glass big enough for him. Perfect. A few new things in the kitchen section, like this skull charcuterie board. I really love the stone in it, but honestly the graphic is a little funky and wonky to me, so I didn't pick that one up. And they also had this pumpkin charcuterie board, but I don't honestly need another spooky charcuterie board. The witch silhouette to these placemats was great. I did like the star print to it as well, and then I had never seen these cauldron measuring cups before. I still, honestly, when recording this, don't think that I've seen these on anyone's post. They're so cute, and I love a star printed cauldron. We have a couple. The kitchen towel section had a few new ones along with some that we have seen so far. They also had a few spooky dog beds. They were all Snoopy themed though. I probably would get a spooky dog bed if it wasn't Snoopy themed. They had this really cool candle. I know it doesn't really look like one, but it was fully wax. It was books with a spider on top. I contemplated picking this up. They had really cute cocktail napkins as well. Since we have a spooky bar downstairs, I do like to grab some of these if they really stand out to me, so we did look through them. Hello, ghouls and ghosties, and welcome to July 24th. And if that date does ring a bell to you, that is because today is actually the day that, oh my gosh, my vent is blowing so high because it's like 95. That is because today is the day that Bath & Body Works puts their spooky, ooky, kooky Halloween stuff into the actual stores. So, I bet you can guess where we're going today. Yes, we are going to go to a Bath & Body Works. I'm actually, tiny story time. So I'm in a new car this year. I think I've mentioned it a couple times and you can probably just tell because my car that I had last year was hit by a school bus with me in it. Anyways, my point is I had bought this last year from Bath & Body Works, this ghost little, I don't know what they call them, little like scent holder, car scent holder, and I left it in my old car when it got totaled. So I didn't have one. I had to get this from somebody on Mercari for a bit more than retail. But anyways, I did get a new one. And currently I have leaves in this. And holy guacamole, it smells so good. I'm so in the mood to go to Bath & Body Works right now smelling this. So I'm super excited. I can't wait to see everything in person. As you guys saw, I still haven't filmed in my current day, I still haven't filmed the Halloween. But as you guys have seen at this point, I did get the Headless Horseman wall plug-in wallflower holder, and I also did get the Spooky Castle wallflower holder. Mainly because those were the things I for sure knew I needed. But I have to see everything else in person to kind of like get the vibe and know what I want. Usually I get some pocket bag holders. I do want some of the candles, but like I wasn't gonna buy those on release day because like they're not that good of a deal. So I'm excited to see everything in person and see the packaging and everything in person. So we're going to a Bath & Body Works today. We're also going to a HomeGoods that is close by to where I am. It's the one by my gym. I once again have a bag full of clothing because I've been working today. I also have a ton of huge packages to drop off. So I have a lot more work to do today. But for you guys, we're going to HomeGoods and we're going to Bath & Body Works. And I think that that's all that we're going to. But if something else gets added in, I wouldn't be shocked. I would assume you guys aren't shocked at this point of me just adding in spooky stops. So let's get moving. Let's get ooking. Let's get spooking. Let's get creeping. And let's get crawling. And let's go to HomeGoods first. And then we'll go to Bath & Body. See you there. Their front Halloween section was still very, very full. There was a lot of stuff that I know I have seen before, but I still was trying to hunt for the new pieces I hadn't seen yet. One being the disco ball pumpkin. I haven't seen them in person, I don't believe yet, but I actually had ordered one of these online. So it was nice to see it in person and know that I did like them. They had a few of the skeletons holding trays that I don't think I'd seen before, and they also had some more dishware and drinkware that I don't think I had seen before either. They had some wine stoppers with some skulls on them, but I'm not a huge skull and crossbone person, as I've said. They also had this freaking fantastic cake stand that at this point you guys know I picked up. I have still never seen one of these since finding it this one day. It is stunning. I'm so happy I picked it up. They had these placemats, a couple of them being ones I hadn't seen before, like this pattern with the jack-o'-lanterns and ghosts. They also had the Fiesta dish drying mat that we picked up in a past stop. They had a new apron I hadn't seen that had skulls all over it. They also had the Joanna Parker one we'd seen. They had some Betsy Johnson lunch bags that were really adorable. Unfortunately, there was one gnome in this aisle, and this aisle also had some bathroom towels, which I haven't seen too many of this year, so that was nice. They had some bathroom mats as well. And in the back, by the blankets, they had this Grateful Dead tapestry-like blanket. I don't know if this is supposed to be Halloween. Either way, it's really cool, though, with the giant skeleton and roses on it. And they had a few very plush pillows that we had not seen yet, along with these knit bat, ghost, and skull ones. Okay, ghouls and ghosties, so we are now at Bath & Body Works. This is the new location that is in my area. I did find out that the one in the mall, the Dead Mall, did not move. We just have two Bath & Body Works, like, right next to each other now. Don't know why, but this one is new, so I'm not that crazy. So I'm gonna go into the Bath & Body Works, and I am so excited to see this Halloween stuff in person. I'm freaking pumped, and I'm nervous for my wallet. I'm hoping that I don't see too much that I want, and if I do, I should at least wait till I get 20% off coupon or something. But we'll see. The Halloween section was literally 1 foot from the front door, so you enter in and bam, there's Halloween everywhere. They had this candle stand with a changing Victorian-looking picture of a woman who turns into a skeleton. They had the candles with the really cool new stone lids to them. This was Moonlight Graveyard. I do want to pick up one of those at some point. They had a crystal ball candle stand as well. They had this skeleton hand soap holder. Bath & Body had a couple displays. They seemed to separate them by colorways. So this was the more vampire blood red rose display. They had the clock candle stand, this royal blood dripping goblet looking candle stand. They had the body mist and body spray vampire blood, snake and rose wallflower holder, some actual wallflowers themselves, some soaps, a snake soap holder, and then at the other section they had the more orange type pumpkin pieces, including this skull and a pumpkin that lights up wallflower holder, the cat wallflower holder, and the amazing castle wallflower holder. A lot of people really like this coffin skeleton one where it looks like the skeleton is grabbing the coffin, and then this is one I've kind of been eyeing. It's a goblet with ghosts on the wall. They had a crown skeleton wallflower holder as well, and the skeleton metallic soap holder. There was a snake rose candle stand as well, and then a light up ghost wallflower light. In the Ghoul Friends section, it was more purple colorway, and they had some spider detail items like the spider pocket bag holder and spider candle stand, along with a crown skeleton fragrance car clip. They had a big skull with crown candle stand and the snake-topped candles that are midnight spell scented. Bath & Body also had these bedazzled skull little pouches and another different spider candle stand. They brought back the bedazzled ghost pocket bag holder, and they had a tuxedo wearing skeleton pocket bag holder. In the bottom of this container, they had the witch holding the crystal ball pocket bag holder. This is honestly the one that I wanted the most from this year's collection, though seeing and hearing the candle skeleton hand one in person sold me on it too. Hello, ghouls and ghosties. So I am out running errands actually right now. Kind of late at night. It's 8. I mean, not late at night, but later than like I'd normally be out doing this or going to HomeGoods. So moral of the story, we're going to HomeGoods today after I get some stuff from my storage unit. This is gonna be just a local HomeGoods. I'm just popping in. Nothing crazy. Just thought I'd take you guys with me. Who knows what we'll find. In HomeGoods, they had a couple outdoor signs, which I haven't seen any outdoor metal signs in any HomeGoods yet this year. Including this really sparkly witch one, which was actually quite cool. I love the silhouette look. They had this wine stopper that, of course, was a freaking snake, because why not? Some more blankets we hadn't seen yet, Day of the Dead, and some flower-crowned skulls. They also had the inclusive marriage pillows that are so freaking adorable. HomeGoods had more of the hipster skeleton heads and this amazing disco ball bubbling cauldron. It just had this like cheap look to it, but I like the concept a lot. I don't think I'd seen this candelabra before, the skull on the book stack. I just don't really like the glossy black look. I kept looking back at the disco ball cauldron, to be honest. It was very eye-catching. Then I looked closer and I really like the etchings on the side too. I didn't pick this up, but it's cool. In the main aisle, they had a lot of purple pieces. They had a couple of the candles that go with that skeleton melting in the cauldron one, like this cat/bat. They had the classic light up tree on top of a skull. That's definitely a new one this year. They seem to be mixing in some of the more fall pieces with the Halloween pieces because some of these pumpkins are a little fall looking to me. This HomeGoods seems to color coordinate sort items out. There was a pink section, the beginning was purple, the middle was white. I hadn't seen these shell, I guess you would say, mother of pearl looking ghosts and pumpkins before. They match the charcuterie spinning tray that I purchased last year that I think they did bring back this year with skulls on it. There were a few new wicker pieces, like this jack-o'-lantern face basket. It's a little too bohemian. This location had a couple more dish drying mats that I hadn't seen before. And a lot of table runners that I'm not sure I've seen before either, but none of these really jumped out to me. They had separated out their spooky drinkware, which got me really excited, though I didn't really see any of the pieces I'm looking for. I need the skeleton hand cocktail shaker. They had some more of the metal skeleton pieces that remind me of Pottery Barn. I wanted to look at the price of this one, but it was just way too heavy. Had to put my camera down to do that. It ended up being $60, which I think is pretty steep, so I'm gonna be passing on that. They also had added out a new charcuterie cutting board, and this time it was this ghost one. The face was a little too childish for me, so I did pass on it, though he was very cute, and they had this black cat cookie jar that was quite cute as well. HomeGoods had added out these printed trays that were really cool, very witchy, very, very busy print to them. And then these skeleton bowls that I think we've seen at a couple places. Once again, these remind me a lot of the Pottery Barn collection. There were a few new cake stands that did not stand out to me as much as the amazing, beautiful ones I've picked up this year so far. HomeGoods had a couple new kitchen linens, like this Martha Stewart dressed up animal print and these ghost little oven mitts. I think we've seen that animal print last year, but I do still really like it. It's really cute. There also were some new bathroom towels, which again, I hadn't seen many this year, so I was really happy to see they're starting to put these out. Usually I feel like the kitchen and bathroom stuff is actually first at HomeGoods, and it's honestly my favorite sections. And this year it seemed like they were lacking in both of those sections, so hopefully they've just flip-flopped and these will be at the end of the season. Here is another really cool bathroom towel. I do really like the print on this one with the jack-o'-lantern and the bat skeleton. And they had this mug that I hadn't seen yet with a haunted house on it. Hello, ghouls and ghosties, and welcome to July 26th. So today, if I look a little like hot, it's because it's a hot one today. I also did just get done at the gym, but it is like gonna feel like triple digits today in Minnesota, which we have not had this season, though I know a lot of areas have. We haven't, and I'm not mentally prepared for this. And I want it to go away and I want it to be fall. But that is not preventing me from haunt hunting today, because if I go haunt hunting, I get to go into stores and those are air conditioned. So that's what I'm doing. So I'm actually gonna stop at Lowe's right now, and then I'm going for sure to a Michaels and for sure to a HomeGoods. There's a possibility of one more Michaels. There's a possibility of one more HomeGoods. I haven't totally decided yet because I do have some other stuff I need to get done today, so I don't have like the entire day to use, but I'm still going haunt hunting, and I'm definitely gonna go to a few places. So let's go into Lowe's. I would assume that they have their animatronics out now, because when we went like a week ago, they had the scarecrow being built, the 12-foot scarecrow. So there's like no reason they wouldn't. And then at Michael's, the goal is that they have like the Witches Lair collection at least starting to be put out. I hope so, because that collection actually looks really good. If you didn't see online, I think it was a couple days ago, they like released the online listings of everything at Michael's. Though you couldn't buy it or do anything, you could just like look at it. Michael's looks a little more promising this year than it has for the past two, which is dangerous for me and my wallet. So I'm gonna go into Lowe's and yeah. Okay, so I just got to Michael's, and for some reason I'm going to Michael's first. We're like really changing things up today. But yeah, I'm gonna go to Michael's first, even though HomeGoods is like right over there. I don't really know why. I'm like really going crazy today. Well, unfortunately in Michael's, they just had the regular Halloween section out. Once again, they did not add the Witches Lair stuff yet. So I guess I will just be checking back sometime soon. We moved on to HomeGoods, which is just a parking lot away, and right away I noticed this Grim Reaper bust. I was so tempted to get him. I love Grim Reaper stuff, but I actually passed on him, and I've been kicking myself ever since. They had this new oh my gosh skeleton, as I call him or her. I think that they're so funny, just the like the drama. HomeGoods had their own take on the Pottery Barn terracotta jack-o'-lanterns. I will say, even though I haven't even seen the Pottery Barn ones in person, I can just tell that this one's not as nice. It was also a bit pricey for what it was, $25, so I passed on it. This location had the Fiesta dish towels. I had not seen these anywhere, and I was tempted to get them, but only one of the set was that print, so I passed. They had a few other pieces in this drinkware section than the last time that we went here, including this ghost baking loaf dish. They also had these bat wine stopper and bottle opener set. I love these. Under this pumpkin, they had this charcuterie tray with a tombstone. I really liked that. They had some striped pumpkin canisters that looked a lot like the ones Joanne has. Some small little Halloween melamine dishes. A couple spooky Disney mugs. These are probably my favorite ones I've ever seen. A new mixing bowl with a handle and the whole cookie setup. This glass ghost graphic container. Some mugs that I've seen online but never in person until now. This Eye of Frog Frankenstein mug. They had tongue of snake or snake tongue as well. And at the bottom, they had this pitcher that I bought last year. If I hadn't, oh, you know I would be buying it right now. I still am obsessed with this pitcher. I would love to own everything from this collection. I am kind of upset because I think this is cheaper than last year. I swear I paid $20 to $25. And these glasses were actually Frankenstein heads. It's kind of hard to tell, but I thought that was pretty cool. This location had an entire end stand of table linens like napkins, tablecloths, table runners. A lot of them were matching and different prints that I hadn't seen before, like this white version of the Haunted House Street. They had this bath mat that I had not seen before. It was pretty cool, though not all the faces were my favorite. There was this cat skeleton pillow that I thought was quite cute, but not really my style. Next, I actually stopped at a Marshall's. Marshall's had some Halloween pajamas starting to show up on their shelves, which I was quite excited about. They also had some anti-fatigue kitchen mats that were really adorable. I love using these all year round in my kitchen. This skull and this ghost one were probably my two favorites of the ones that I saw. I would have got the skull one, but it had a weird texture to it. They had some new pillows I hadn't seen yet, like this Sanderson Salem, Massachusetts pillow that I really, really liked. There were a number of mugs I hadn't seen yet, like this black cat mug. It was very classic and very cool. This checkered ghost one was really cute too. It was very trendy and very Y2K. This skeleton dancing man I had not seen yet before, and I've seen a lot of people oohing and awing over these candy stands. I may have had to pick one up. The candle section was packed full with stuff, like some diffusers, some really ooky spooky candles of all different shapes and scents, and even some room sprays. Well, looky where we ended up. So we are actually also going to another HomeGoods and another Michaels. So apparently this day has turned into a big ol' haunt hunting day, which am I mad at that? Abso-freaking-lutely not. So let's go in. Well, At Home had definitely added some more stuff since we came here last, though we haven't been here in a while, so that's not very surprising. They had this whole entire witch section with all kinds of skulls, all kinds of black plants, some purple metallic kind of pillows, some lights, some glasses, really all kinds of kind of witchy and purple black pieces. I hadn't seen this jack-o'-lantern pillow before. It was very, very cute. I like the embroidery detail. At Home actually had their own version of the Pottery Barn skeleton wine glasses and whiskey glasses this year. I think at this point, every single store makes these. I have been wanting to pick up this candle. I have not seen it in person yet. It is this really cool antique looking witchy candle that I just really love the art on. At Home had also expanded this weird, like, science section. It must be kind of a Dr. Frankenstein situation. A lot of lime green and a lot of scientist busts and statues that were actually kind of pricey. I then ventured onto HomeGoods, and right when I walked in, I saw a freaking gnome, so that was just like a slap in the dang face. I also saw this new pillow that I hadn't seen yet. It reminded me of the cat skeleton we saw the other day, but this was a spooky, retro-looking owl. They had the Fiesta actual oven mitts, so you actually could have like the whole set of the witchy hat kitchen Fiesta pieces. This was definitely a new one. They had a skull paperweight. I was very tempted to get this, but I seriously have no use for it at all, so I didn't. I don't know what is up with this skeleton, but there is no way his legs are supposed to be bent like that. It just looks so off. I'm pretty sure that the bowl is supposed to be on his legs. I don't know. This was a really cool print to a blanket, but it was the least soft blanket I have ever felt in my entire life. Then we moved on to Michaels. There wasn't a ton of new stuff at HomeGoods, but that's fine because Michaels had actually put out their entire witch section. Okay, not entire. They were putting it out as I was filming, so if my footage seems a little strange or nervous, it's because the woman was standing right next to me putting stuff out. But this was the Witch's Lair section and the Edgar Allan Poe section. I don't know if those two go together, but either way, they were both together. They had many of basically everything out. Right off the bat, I tried out this cat wall decal and a light didn't work in the eyes. And you guys know I've talked about the quality level of Michaels pieces in the past and how they always let me down, so that was not a good way to start off looking at this collection. There were some broom pieces, some skulls, a lot of signs, some really cool pillows. They also had this pillow that had the entire tail of the Headless Horseman on it. I think one of my favorite pieces was this Countdown to Halloween sign. I refuse to buy this when it's not 40% off, and it didn't really feel that high quality, but I really like the look. I think it's really cool. I love the turn dial, so once they go on sale, I might be picking one of those up. These eyes are actually dupes for ones that are sold at Grandin Road, I recently found out, and this witch picture is a huge fan favorite of people online. A lot more signs, a lot more pillows. It seems like they've really honed in on the signs this year, which honestly, I'm all here for. Michaels, one of their best things they do is their signs, so maybe they're listening to the people and they're doing the signs. But as per usual, the Michaels prices were just wild. There was no way I was going to buy a single thing today without them being on sale. Apparently this year Edgar Allan Poe has joined the skeletons with sitting on the toilet. I don't know why that is such a huge theme at all these different stores. Michaels items have this weird thing where I feel like they look super good on like videos, but when you see them and feel them in person, it's just not the same. They seem to be so much cheaper in person. This crow bust is really cool. I kind of like it. If it went cheap enough, I'd maybe get it. But again, in person, it just felt not worth the money. A piece I really wanted to see in person was the Michaels version of the Headless Horseman, and I noticed that at this store they had already put it out, and it was pretty cool, though I will say it is a lot smaller. Now I was trying to get a clip of the love section of Halloween items. This is the section that the employee was like directly working in, so I couldn't really get that much of it, but I did get the Bride of Frankenstein bust with the Frankenstein himself bust. I know a lot of people like those. July 28th, and Debbie and I just got done with lunch with my grandmama
at Texas
Roadhouse. And so we were kind of by HomeGoods. So we're going to HomeGoods, and I also
within 50 miles.
Yes. And then I have a coupon for Michaels, so we're also gonna check Michaels. A few new pieces at this HomeGoods, like this definition of Halloween sign and this funky little Frankenstein pumpkin I definitely hadn't seen the last time I was here. They also, in the dishware and drinkware section, had added just a few more things, like the snake champagne glass. I really like the detail of the snake holding the skull in its mouth. If the snake was just biting the glass, wouldn't be as cool, but the skull does add to it. This mug I hadn't seen before either. Very classic, very cool. These were some new little bake pans of skulls, and they had some ghost ones as well. This was a new pillow I hadn't seen of some more girly, childish looking witches, and then there were a few new blankets, including this one that was only French bulldogs. So cute. My mom and I then, in the 92-degree weather, crossed the parking lot over to Michaels, and they did add some new pieces out we didn't see last time, like these branchy glass containers and these really cool bat, almost like castle-looking candle holders. I would consider those once there's a discount. They'd added some wreaths and a couple witch hats to the witchy section. This store luckily had some functioning cat wall decals. Once again, I was noticing a lot of signs, a lot of pictures, and a lot of skulls. The Skeleton Love section had also added a couple pieces that we hadn't seen before. They actually have a lot of pillows, I feel like, in the Love section, cushions and pillows. They have a lot of busts and resin figures as well. They brought back the skeleton heart hands piece and a lot of the pieces. This collection, I think, has the most crossover with the past couple years. This was a really funny mug. It says "You've been poisoned" once you drink out of it, and this one with the bat inside was really cool too. And here's a closer look at the Frankenstein and Bride bust. Michaels has been so into the love stuff the past few years. This is honestly my biggest request to discontinue from their collection. I'm just getting a little tired of the love stuff. This clock is an online fan favorite, but in person, it's pretty cheap. Michaels had started to put out their spooky stationery stuff, which I really appreciate. I do like to get a lot of this stuff and use it when I send out packages with my small business.
The forest comes alive in the night. Watch when you step, or you might get an unexpected fright. Look now, but I sense there could be imminent danger in your future. Beware.
Hello, ghouls and ghosties. It is actually still the 28th, and I hope you can hear me. For some reason, I feel like it's like windy and it's kind of loud. Anyways, so it's still the 28th. There's also someone on like a huge motorcycle. And I am actually on the way to meet some friends from high school tonight. But what am I doing before I meet them? Of course, running to a HomeGoods. But I will say, this time I have very good reason to. So Ryan also is with a friend. He has a friend visiting from out of state, and they stopped at HomeGoods to grab a couple things because it's combined with a TJ's, you guys know this. And they stopped to get a couple things at TJ's that she needed. I was like, you have to send me a picture of the Halloween section because like that saves me a stop and saves me a trip. No. So Ryan sent me a picture, and in said picture, he only sent me a picture of one section, and that was the mugs. And in that freaking picture was an item that I am freaking looking for. And it is a witch mug that is so cute. It has like the silhouette of a witch, and I have been wanting it and looking for it. And I was like, Ryan, please pick that up for me. I need that. And I like took a screenshot and circled it, and I was like, get it. And he was like, well, we already left, sorry. And it was like 2 minutes later. I was like, excuse me? And then he said, well, I mean, I guess we could go back. So like, I'm a nice person. I didn't make him turn around and go back. But I was like, come on. So funny because he sent me this picture also while I was with Debbie at the other HomeGoods. And I told Debbie going into that HomeGoods, I was like, there's this specific like witch silhouette collection that I'm looking for. And then Ryan just like sees it
and doesn't get it for me.
So, I am, car accident. I am whipping over to HomeGoods quick before I meet up with my friends. Luckily, the HomeGoods that he was at is one very close to where I am meeting my friends. So this isn't like gonna add a ton of time, but of course I'm gonna have to look at the other sections too, because like that also means that they got other new stuff in since I was last there. And this is like the HomeGoods that has been nailing it. It's the Grand Central Station HomeGoods. It's had all the good stuff. It's been getting the most out. It was the earliest to get stuff out. Long story short, TLDR, I'm stopping at a HomeGoods before I meet my friends because Ryan failed to get me a witch mug that I need. Anyways, I'm gonna bring you in with me, of course. So I'm almost there, and then we will hop into HomeGoods quick. Of course, I ran back to the section he took a picture at right away, and I did find the sugar container and creamer pourer in the section that he had seen these pieces, but there were no freaking witch mugs, and it had been maybe 2 hours since he texted me. They did have these little bake dishes that were really cute. They were also a really good price, but again, in his photo, the witch mugs had been right in front of these. There were a couple kitchen linens that we hadn't seen before at any locations, some new oven mitts, some new aprons, and some new dish cloths, including one I actually had been looking for last year, so that was a great thing to find. They also had these large skeleton hand cauldrons. There were 3 different ones. I don't think they came as a set. They were pretty cool though. I had given up on the mugs and I was in the checkout lane, and what to my wandering eye did appear? The bowl from the same witch collection. Thank goodness. Okay, guys, the universe legitimately does not want me to own this collection at all. So it was a win. We had a Halloween today, I will say, just now, kind of. So they did not have any of the mugs at all. That set that I bought is actually a creamer and like sugar holder set. I do want that, and I'm very happy that was still there. Don't get me wrong. But the freaking mugs, there were 4 of them in Ryan's picture, and they are all gone. All of them. And he was here like 2 hours ago. Why? I don't understand. Why is this happening to me? But at the end, okay, the reason the universe does not want me to have this freaking collection, which now I'm like late to see my friends. Of course, Halloween would do this to me. The bowl that I found, I was so excited. I was like, oh my gosh, I didn't get the mug, but I found the bowl. So I bring the bowl up, I'm buying all my stuff. And first off, he like looks at the bowl weird and looks at the tag weird on the bowl. Like he's looking at the sticker, almost like it's wrong or something. And he just kept like staring at it, the guy ringing me up. And then he just scanned it and like whatever, moved on. I don't really know what that was about. Then he puts it in the bag. And when I'm leaving after I pay, he didn't give me the bag with the bowl in it. He gave me every other bag, and he literally was not giving me the bowl one. And he started to walk away, and I'm like, I'm not a confrontational person in any way, shape, or form. I wasn't gonna be like, you forgot a bag. I was like, oh, is the bowl in one of these 2 bags? That's like my way of saying, you didn't give me the bowl. He was like, oh yeah, sorry, I forgot your bowl, and like gave me the bag with the bowl in it. But I was like, why is everything working against me to freaking get these witch things? What the heck? But I got it. I have my bowl. I know that I usually like hold on to what I have until like a Halloween, but yes, I bought the bowl and I bought the creamer and sugar set, and I didn't get my mugs, but I'm still grateful. I would love like a set of the bowls, and I would love to have gotten my mug, but who knows? Maybe there's still time, even though they're also starting to, it almost seemed like this store was already condensing the Halloween, and they were putting out a bunch of like fall Thanksgiving type stuff in the seasonal area. And I was like, wait, hold on, what? No. I'm gonna be so sad if HomeGoods is like already moving on. I saw a post today where people were talking about that HomeGoods already might be kind of like slowing down with the Halloween, and it's literally not even August yet. And I am probably gonna cry myself to sleep. Like, yeah. So that makes me so sad and seems so wrong and disgusting. How could they do that? I'm like losing it right now, literally, just because of like this whiplash I just had over this freaking witch print and this witch collection. I really hope that I find that mug. I do have enough Halloween mugs. There's another mug that Marshalls carries this year that I really want also. I guess I could tell you. Usually I do tell you guys my goals. I don't always tell you like what I actually bought, but I do usually tell you guys my goals. So the mug I want from Marshalls, I'm gonna put it right over here, is this really freaking adorable Western Southern pumpkin jack-o'-lantern mug that it says like Howdy Pumpkin on it, and it's like a pumpkin with a cowboy hat. Ugh! It's so cute. I need it. I need it so bad. And if I have to resort to buying that one from someone on like Mercari, I'll do it. I need that one. The witch one, I'll probably do the same thing. Like, I need those two. Sorry. Like, I need them. I mean, the witch one I'm not gonna give in yet, because if those just showed up at this one, I mean, this store could get more of them, or they might not have put them all out, or the other ones locally might have them soon or something. That's how freaking fast Halloween sells. And that's why when like the people who aren't in the Halloween community don't get it, how you have to check every day. Like, it sounds wild. And I know to the like employees, we come off as like nutcrackers, but like you have to check every day because stuff sells in hours. People literally come in and clear the freaking shelf with the Halloween stuff. It's wild. This was like direct proof that this happens. Like, Ryan saw 4 of them 2 hours ago. Not even, literally like exactly maybe 2 hours ago. And there were none left. None. So like if Ryan hadn't been here, I would have just thought that our area never got them in, but no, we did. Which also then makes me think like, what other stuff has like on my wish list that I cannot find? What other stuff has already come and I've just missed out on it? Like everything? I don't know. Anyways, I'm having a freaking breakdown, clearly. This man in this truck behind me is like staring in his rear view mirror, staring at me because I look like a nutcracker. Okay, well, I am almost getting to the place where I'm meeting my friends. We had like a win-lose today. We had a Halloween. We don't have a name for like the lose or like a miss. So I'm gonna go for today. I'm pretty sure, well, not pretty sure. That was definitely the last stop today. I think I'm gonna check my local HomeGoods tomorrow morning because the HomeGoods seem like they're putting more stuff out this week. Like, they're really putting a lot out this week, but if that's a sign of the end times, I don't like it at all. Can't be done already. Only August. I mean, no. I'm not going to justify it. If HomeGoods is slowing, the only positives are we are moving on to different stores already. I don't know when Home Depot gets their stuff, but they'll be having stuff soon. Not that like I buy a lot there. Michaels is just putting everything out as we saw today. That was pretty cool, even though I'm going to talk about that later. I don't have time now, but I have some things to say about Michaels quality, which I say that all the time, how their quality is just like so lacking. But this is like too much babbling for this one clip. So anyways, I'm done Halloween shopping for today, but absolutely not done for like the weekend or whatever. I'm gonna see you guys in the next clip. Bye for today, ghouls and ghosties. I'll see you soon.
The next day, we brought Ryan's visiting friend to the bougie mall we have, which meant we had to stop at Pottery Barn, and thank freaking goodness, Pottery Barn had actually put out their little Halloween section. So they had this appetizer tray that looked like a skull. They also had this charcuterie board that looked like a skeleton waking up from a coffin. They had the bowls from last year and the little bathtub metal skeleton guy. They had some cork placemats with ghosts in a graveyard. They also had that same thing as a tablecloth under all of these pieces. They had the classic Pottery Barn wine glasses and champagne glasses. I also had never seen their skeleton in person. He's almost like a blow mold material and you can shake him around. They did even have some of their plushies, which I was so happy to see, including the light up jack-o'-lantern that I purchased last year, and Gus the ghost with his new little pumpkin that he's holding. So cute. I'm so tempted to get one of him, but I just cannot spend $90 on that. That is so expensive. I also was kind of unimpressed by the quality of their 4-foot or whatever he is skeleton man. We decided to stop in Williams-Sonoma as well, and they had an entire spooky collection that was a collaboration with Peanuts. These are so adorable, though I will say, if you like the look of these, Ray Dunn is having a Peanuts collection in HomeGoods this year that's basically just as cute as these, though if you're interested, the Williams-Sonoma stuff was really, really cute and super high quality and well printed as well. I just loved all of the different graphics that they had in this collection. The witchy Woodstock and witchy Snoopy I think were my favorite, though the mummy one was really cute too. Williams-Sonoma also had a Day of the Dead collection that had plates, wine glasses, and cups. They had a Thanksgiving, I assume, collection with this really detailed, intricate pumpkin print too. I just really liked that. Then at a store called Ampersand, they had this collection of checkered pumpkins, and they were by Mackenzie's Child. They were extremely expensive though, or else I definitely would have bought some of this. Ampersand also had these really beautiful artwork cards. They were like greeting cards with spooky themes, so cute. Love the pug one, love the vintage looking ones. They were also detailed. And leaving town, we stopped at one HomeGoods, and the only thing of note was the freaking gnome. Blech. Hello, ghouls and ghosties, and yes, I know you're not looking at me. That is because I look like I crawled out of the freaking ground like a zombie today. I look rough. So take a look at HomeGoods, because that is where we are. We are at the HomeGoods that is over sort of by where my gym-ish area is. It is because I actually have been working over in this area all day freaking long. So I am pretty exhausted, and I'm pretty excited to do something more relaxing and fun and go to HomeGoods. We are gonna pop into this HomeGoods for today. This is the only stop we're doing. I feel like I haven't done haunt hunting in a hot minute, and I feel sad about it. But it is actually July 31st, like I think I said, and if I didn't, it's July 31st. So tomorrow is obviously August 1st, and for August 1st, to kind of like celebrate, I really would love to do some fun haunt hunting, and I would love to go to a couple new stops if we can. So, goals for tomorrow are to go to a couple new places. I have some in mind, but I'm gonna kind of keep them a surprise in case we don't get to certain ones tomorrow and I save them for another day, or whatever happens. But I have quite a few places in mind that we have not went to this year that I have some hopes for, and I'm very excited to go to those. So we are going to go into this HomeGoods right now. Otherwise, I will see you guys tomorrow for some fun, even though for you guys it'll be like 1 second later. But let's go into HomeGoods. Rule number 1 upon entering HomeGoods is when you see a new spooky cart, you have to check that first, because that's probably going to have all the good stuff. So of course that's what I did right when I walked in and saw there was a new cart, though I don't think I spotted anything on it that was a must-have or wishlist item for me. I wanted to get this candle last year just because I love the art, but that's not a good reason to me to actually buy it. I also was in love with these kitchen towels. The print is beautiful. I'm finding out that I'm a sucker for haunted house neighborhoods. Apparently that's my niche that I'm suddenly into. I love these, but I didn't buy them because I didn't find anything else here that day, and I just didn't want to get in line for only kitchen towels. So if I go back there and I see those, I need to get them. Because now that I watch this back, I'm like, you could have just got in line. In the drinkware section, I don't really think there was much new that we hadn't seen before. They may have added a few more to the whiskey glass and wine glass area, but I feel like we've seen these at other stores. This skull cookie jar may have been new, though I think we saw him last year, and the bowl behind him also might have been new, but we saw that last year too. They had a matching placemat set to one of those newer kitchen towel sets we saw, and this was another new apron that I hadn't seen at any other stops. Last year I had really wanted this blanket, but I have so many that I think I'm gonna have to pass on it this year. There are just too many good ones. I stopped by Sierra next door, which is owned by HomeGoods. It's like an outdoor store. They do get some Halloween in, but not a lot. Like, this is probably all they're gonna get, but it's still fun to check. The only really new thing I spotted there was this BarkBox Halloween toy. Who knows, maybe Target will carry this year. He kind of looks like a cactus ghost. They also had this blanket I hadn't seen yet. It was chenille, which I freaking love chenille. And this mug was a new one, though I would say it's a bit more fall than Halloween. This pumpkin seemed like a direct knockoff of the Pottery Barn ones since it is the flickering candle. This had some marks and scrapes as you can see, so I was not about to get it. I also didn't like the color. They also had the back pillow of the skull and this little tapestry embroidered, kind of farmhouse looking pumpkin pillow. Well, hello, ghouls and ghosties. This is Editing Jack coming to you from August 4th, I think it is. It's today. It's the day that this video went up. Obviously, I have done some haunt hunting between July 31st and today, August 4th. But I am going to be holding on to the footage of those days for next week's haunt hunt. This video is already hitting about an hour long, and I don't have an issue with these videos being over an hour long in any way, shape, or form. The only thing is, I will be going on vacation, not this next week, but the week after. And it is kind of like last year's vacation where I'm going up north where there are not HomeGoods, there are not Marshalls, there are not TJ's, there's nothing. There's nowhere to go haunt hunting. And so I am thinking that in 2 weeks when I'm on vacation, I will be doing no haunt hunting. So I might as well stockpile some footage for you guys and kind of have the haunt hunts be a little backlogged. In other words, what I'm trying to say is I'm going to keep the footage for August 1st through 4th for next week's haunt hunt, and then I might use the last couple days of footage for next week. The next week, I hope you understand what I'm saying. I'm gonna just keep the videos at about an hour and keep the footage for the next week so that once I do go on vacation, hopefully I can give you guys a full-sized haunt hunt the week that I'm on vacation. And then I think when I get back from vacation, I might do another Halloween. If this isn't making sense, and I'm kind of just babbling, next week we'll have another haunt hunt, and that will include the 1st through the 4th, and whatever else I do this next week. The next week will be some more haunt hunting that includes my drive up north to the cabin that I'm going to. It's gonna be like last year, where I stop at all kinds of stops on the way up north, and I go to all kinds of HomeGoods I haven't been to yet, which is so exciting. I cannot wait for that. And we're going to shop those. And then the next week will be another Halloween. Tons of fun stuff coming up. Next week's, since I've already recorded, I can tell you is going to include some new stops that are going to be very exciting. Ryan and I are going to go to the Mall of America, which includes a Macy's backstage and includes IKEA. And y'all, this might be a little cliffhanger, but IKEA popped TF off with Halloween this year. They've never done a Halloween collection, and we went to IKEA, and it was so much better in person than I expected, and I spent a lot more at IKEA than I expected to spend. So you're not going to want to miss next week's with the IKEA Halloween collection. A lot of people don't even know that they have one. I didn't until not that long ago, like a couple weeks back. I'm gonna bring you guys there next week. I went there like 2 days ago. Get excited for that, and I hope you guys enjoyed Haunt Hunt number 4. Let me know if you did. What was your favorite stuff that I like saw? What are your thoughts and feelings about my witch silhouette collection drama? When I was rewatching and editing, I was like, oh my gosh, I forgot how freaking frustrating that was and how much that reinstated that us like nutcrackers that go Halloween decor hunting need to check as often as we do. Like, we seem like crazies, but like it's so necessary if we actually want to get the stuff that's on our wish list. Anyways, I'm gonna let you guys go. I'm rambling as always, and I will see you guys next week for more hunting. I cannot wait. It's gonna be good. It's gonna be exciting. So I'll see you then. Goodbye.